What's up guys, let's go over the last changes coming in Genshin Impact version 7. Quite a few things have changed since the last update on the channel, and some of them are honestly pretty unexpected. I will explain everything clearly. I stream every Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday on Kick, and if you find this video useful, please consider subscribing to support my channel. As for the last video, yes, there are some changes I need to talk about. We will get through them. Let's start with Adetta. The powerful hit from her elemental skill, the one that can be stellar damage, received a significant multiplier increase. At level 8, it used to be 325.1% of her attack, and now it's 489.2% of her attack. Because of that, her baseline DPS goes from the 15k we previously calculated to around 18k. A nice buff, but that's not all. Her signature 5-star weapon also got buffed. Did you know that its refinement increased the crit damage of her stellar hits? No? Okay, well now you do. Before, it could consistently provide up to 40% additional crit damage. Now it's 50%, giving her another small DPS increase, bringing her up to roughly 18.4k. And that's it for Adetta. Later on, I'll show you the team comparisons before and after the changes, but first we need to go over Alyosha, since most of the updates were made to him. There were also some changes to Miski, but I haven't even covered her on this channel yet, so we will skip those for now. First, they add more clarification regarding Tugarin, the dog summoned by Alyosha's elemental burst. The description now makes it clear that the burst AoE deals damage once every 2 seconds, while Tugarin himself also attacks once every 2 seconds. In other words, you're getting 1 hit every second overall. Just wanted to clear that up. Next, one of the Tugarin's properties now states that if he attacks an enemy affected by Hunter's Mark, he will trigger its effect and grant the corresponding buff. We're talking about C0 Alossha here. So now it's simply a matter of using both of his abilities and swapping out, just like a support DPS. So even at Constellation 0, Alossha can provide attack and stellar damage bonus to the whole team. Well, that sentence used to be true. The huge, painful change is that those buffs no longer affect the entire party. They now apply only to the active character, and that dramatically lowers the DPS of every team we have calculated. For example, Zandrone, Jae Constellation 1, Alossha Constellation 6, and Adetta used to reach 168.2k DPS on my standards, as always. Assuming nothing else changes, the team now drops to 156.5k. It's a noticeable decrease. The same thing happens with the Riofli and Sino C1 variants, whose damage falls to 112.2k and 123.2k respectively. I really want you to pay attention to these numbers. Alyosha affects every team, so don't come away thinking Zandrone suddenly isn't worth using compared to Riofli, Sino C1, or even the Cryo Traveler, whose team went from 120k down to around 107k. Because of this Alyosha's change, Zandrone is no longer the highest DPS option. Well, with Alyosha, because actually TTC6 now performs better instead. If you don't have TTC C6, let's say you're at C5 or below, then Alyosha C6 is still the stronger choice. And if you don't have Alyosha C6 either, then you'll probably want to use TT instead. Or the difference might not even matter that much. But hey, TT also provides healing, and a lot. Want to know why? Because another Alyosha change affects his passive talent. The healing it provides now only applies to the active character, not the entire party. Nah, bro is dead now. The silver line is that there's still room for the Zandrone team to gain more DPS in the future. We're still waiting for Columbinas from Snezhnaya after all. I'm actually pretty optimistic considering what Colombina did for the DPS of Fleance, Nefer, and Tibai, but we'll have to wait and see. It will also be interesting to see what future main DPS characters we get. For now though, Zandrone is still the best DPS in version 7.0 thanks to Titi. And that's all for today's updates, everyone. More videos covering the best weapons and constellation ranking are coming very soon. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.